Hey, what's up guys, it's Sher Nic and I'm Shadowhunters Trash, and this was a really good episode. It was, best word for this episode, informative. Oh, and there was a vampire with a foot fetish, so there's that. But I was not feeling the breakup. There was so much crying and emotion, and I was just like, this is a lot to ingest. So Simon is really mourning the fact that Clary doesn't love him the way he loves her. They've been in this relationship. I don't know how long it's been. I'm gonna say, I don't know, like 6 months, maybe, if that. I feel like that's a long time too, but let's say they've been together for like 6 months. He just found out that, you know, she doesn't actually desire him, and that when it comes down to it, he is second compared to Jace. And that is totally hurtful and harmful, and I've been in that situation, so I know that it sucks. And I don't know, they were really good with the acting, but I just couldn't get with it, man. I could not get with it. I was watching it and I was like, this is really sad, but I was so detached from it. Like, usually I'm like crying with them and I'm like, this is so sad, oh my god. But I wasn't like that today. But the acting was fantastic. And I hate seeing Simon so sad. And then Simon went on a freaking binge and found this like really cool vampire den. It's funny though, because all it did was remind me of Vampire Academy and like the feeder program. Just like a little sexier. So they come up to this vampire den, him and, I forget his name. I know it's not Quan, but I want to call him Quan. I'm pretty sure his name was like Quinn or something. So one of the guys who's obsessed with Simon because he's a daylighter came up to him and he was like, yeah, I'm going to buy you some Plazo. I'm going to take you to this vampire den. And we're going to drink women's blood who are like super sexy and it's going to be lit. So they go ahead and they do that. And then the girl winds up dead. And they're like, who killed her? I don't know. But Simon was the one who had been drinking her blood. And that's all he really remembered. He remembered meeting her, he remembered talking a little bit, drinking her blood, and then he blacks out. Because I guess he drank a lot of plasma and a lot of actual human blood, and it like freaked him out. So he blacked out, you know, like how other drunk people do. So he goes on a binge, and he wakes up the next day, his shirt's covered in blood, he doesn't really know what to do. So he goes to throw it out, at the same time he talks to Luke. And Luke is like, Clary told me what happened, and I like that. I like that they said that he knew because Clary told him, which means him and Clary still talk regularly. And I really like that she still has a parental figure, even though her mom is gone, who we don't even talk about anymore. I'm sorry, you can't kill off a parent, especially the parent that we were searching for all of season 1. And then just kill her off like a couple episodes into season 2. Like, it's just disrespectful. Like, for what? What did it do? Like, are they gonna bring her back? Like, I'm really confused. It just, like, honestly, like, it was pointless. I like Aline. I think her name is Aline. The really cute Asian girl who came in, and she likes girls too, and I was like, okay, that's lit, more LGBT, I'm chilling with the LGBT, so that was cool. And everyone was like raging about this character. So like, I heard she was a big deal in the books. Now, I didn't read the books. I feel like we all know this at this point. Sheridan did not read the books. Sher Nic did not read the books, but I heard she was a really big deal, and I hope she comes back. I want her to be like a full-time character, but I'm pretty sure she's going to be like Maya and, you know, be in a few episodes, and then she's going to be gone again, and then she's going to be in a few more episodes, and then she's going to be gone again, which is really annoying. But I liked her, and I thought she was pretty cool, and I loved how she could tell that that wasn't her cousin, and that wasn't like really Sebastian. She was like, something's off with Sebastian. Like, you could see it all in her face. But then Sebastian, I don't know what to call him now, so he's not Sebastian. So basically, Sebastian is fake Sebastian, and the real Sebastian was the man who was in his closet. But that's funny, because I could have sworn that was a black man in his closet, but apparently it was just another Sebastian. Oh my god, what is this show? Sebastian isn't Sebastian. Sebastian's in the closet of Sebastian. Do you understand what I'm saying? But no, like, Sebastian, deadass, was, like, kind of horrifying in this episode. Like, I already knew he was scary. Like, something about him was really sketchy. And then he, like, ironed his hand, and he was just like, what is that? Like, are you kidding me? Like, there is something horrifying about pretty men that are scary. Because the thing is, it's like, that's what a psychopath is. They always say that psychopaths are genuinely really charming, and that's how they lure you in, and then they kill you because they're fucking crazy. And that's exactly what he is. That's all I was thinking about in this episode. And then when he took off the Sebastian skin, oh my god. He broke Valentine out of prison. Well, he didn't break him out. Basically, he had one of the Shadowhunters portal him somewhere else. Okay. So Magnus made a portal that was supposed to send them to, was that Idris? I think that was Idris, but they were calling it something else, like Confronte or something. Okay, so basically, they were about to send him to another institute. So, Magnus made a portal that was going to send Valentine and a whole bunch of other Shadowhunters to Idris / the other institute, where he could be more heavily secured, and so no one else could mess with him. But Sebastian interfered with it and had one of the Shadowhunters, which was my dude from Degrassi. If y'all watched Degrassi, you knew exactly who he was. Shout out to him. They had him transport him somewhere else. So what I didn't understand is that Shadowhunters can't make portals because Shadowhunters don't have any, like, demon magic. So how did he go into a portal but end up somewhere else? That's what I was confused about. Because they have it set up where only warlocks make portals, but then a Shadowhunter in the portal can send you somewhere else when you're in a portal. I don't know. It was weird. It was genuinely weird, and I didn't get it. But I think it's something like you have to picture it in your mind, and then you show up. I don't know. Someone explain portals to me, because I'm confused. Speaking of Magnus, we really got to see a sensitive side of him, and he finally confessed to, like, what had been bothering him for the past couple episodes. He killed his stepfather when his stepfather began to blame him for his mother's death. His mother committed suicide because apparently she couldn't deal with the fact that she had given birth to a monster, aka a downworlder. I guess she was really ashamed of her son, and she killed herself. Then when the stepfather found her body and found Magnus, he just flipped on Magnus and just started attacking him and saying all of this stuff at him. Now Magnus was probably only like 11, if that. Like, he looked very young. And even though Magnus said he was in control of his magic, he wasn't in control of his emotions. Therefore, he flung a magic ball of, you know, magic at his stepdad and set him on fire. And he died. I'm not mad at Magnus. Like, I mean, obviously, like, he was a child, and children are not in control of their emotions. Like, children don't know stuff. Like, when you see kids throw a temper tantrum, if they're not taught to not hit their parents, they're gonna, like, start, like, swinging at their parents, because that's just what kids do. They don't necessarily understand their own strength. So then putting a warlock on top of just being a child with emotions who's seeing their dead mom in front of their eyes, of course they're gonna have a lot of feelings. And those feelings come out in magic for Magnus, and I'm not mad at him. And I'm gonna justify the fuck out of that killing, because, like, Magnus has been tormenting himself over that for centuries. Like, 'cause he's been alive for a long time. And stuff like that doesn't leave you. Like, you can put it in your little box, and you can put it in the back of your head, on the side, covered in spiders and dust, but every now and again it's going to come up, because stuff like that doesn't go away. So I really felt for him, and I felt so bad, and it was really nice for him to open up and to cry and to be real with Alec. Like, and that's so nice, and it was a really touching scene. Isabel got to run a mission, and I thought that was awesome, because we've seen all of them run missions now. We've seen Jace be the head of the Institute, we've seen Alec be the head of the Institute, we've seen Isabel run a mission. Now she gonna be the head of the Institute in next week's episode. I don't know if that's true, but I'm just gonna say that in my head, because we've seen all of them do it now. So it'll be cool, and then maybe later on we'll see, like, Clary do it, and maybe Magnus will run a mission. I don't know. So I think it's going to be really cool. This episode was really cool. So, you know, I have no complaints. I just really hated that I had to wait 2 weeks for that. Yeah, they shouldn't have done that to me. That was disrespectful. Need to put some respect on my name. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to. It's all fun and games here, and I will talk to you later. Bye! That's better. Did you hear? Like, I couldn't make the noise. What is happening?